And welcome back to Iron Rules Productions, guys. This battle replay is actually just normal Reforged that I did a few months back now. It's been a while. I'd given this to Commander Legolas, and I want to say, I don't... Wendy, if you end up watching this and I gave it to you, I apologize if I did that. I don't think I meant to give it to you. Feel free to use it, though, if I did. I lose track of which replays I'd given to who. In any case, no one's used it yet, and I thought this was a really fun and cool game, so I thought, you know what, I'll just do it. So this is a 3v2, or 2v3, and I can't remember who the attackers were. I know there was an Isengard, it was Isengard and Cardolan, that's what it was, defending Rivendell against Gondor, played by yours truly, Bilbo T. Baggins. Mordor, played by Blue Ranger, I want to say. Yeah, Blue Ranger. He's a cool guy. I like him. And Godseed. He seemed pretty cool. I can't remember who was playing as the defenders. We'll have to wait here a minute. But yeah, this was a really fun game. It comes, if I remember correctly, this comes down really to the wire, so let's get started. So, I will blitz through the army composition because this is just normal Reforged. There's nothing special about it. The names might be weird because I've lost track of where I put the normal Reforged units text file that assigns names to units in game, but they're all the same though. So, Gondor Spearmen. I love Gondor Spearmen. They do good work for me. 2, 3... Did I manage to get 4 units of Gondor Spears in? I don't know. I think probably just 3. Let's see what goes over here. Gondor Swords. I do like to mix it up between spears and swords. Citadel Guard, yeah. What are these boys? Archers, Marksmen, Vets. Okay, yeah, no, just 3 units of spears. I had taken 2 units of Gondor Swordsmen, or Gondor Infantry. I'm used to the names of units in my own mod now. I haven't played normal games of Reforged in a long time. Guards of Osgiliath, Citadel Guard, Gondor Archers, Marksmen of Cariandros, Fountain Guard, Citadel Guard, so 2 Citadel Guard, 2 Fountain Guard, 2 Archers, I think just 1 Vets of Osgiliath, right? Yeah, so 2 Archers, 2 Marksmen, 1 unit of Vets. I think that's all the ranged units I took, I believe. Yeah, and I took, I don't normally take Guards of Osgiliath, but I thought they would be good in this one. I was really trying to invest heavily in making this a choke point fight. So, and then I've got an Imlothian Honor Guard, and that's my favorite place to put my general. I know a lot of people like to put them in with the Vets of Osgiliath, and that's fair enough, but I want my general to be in a unit that's 2 hit points generally. I don't think the general gets the hit points of the unit he's in, but I think he gets all their other stats. So his sword's going to be AP, and he's going to be hidden behind basically Fountain Guard with a really good shield value and double the health. So that's why I like to put him in with these guys, because even when they're in combat, he's usually pretty safe. It takes a while to kill the Imlothians off. And the way I like, in fact, I love to play with Gondor, is with their archers. Gondor is a sleeper archer faction. I think people really count them out and really underestimate their ability to skirmish. I've definitely caught a lot of people playing with, like, the elven factions, totally flat-footed. Say like Lothlorien or Mirkwood even. Totally flat-footed because I can just pour arrows on them for days with all the archers I can take as Gondor. and I can take their arrow punishment for days because of how well armored and shielded my units are. And then even if you get into melee, say with the marksman of Carandros, then they pull out a greatsword. And so I love Gondor's archers. They make Gondor very competitive, in my opinion. Let's run over here to see what Blue Ranger brought with Mordor. I'm going to predict, because I don't remember, probably a lot of elites with a bunch of trash orcs sprinkled in, like every Mordor army is. Morannon archers. Blackguard of Barad-dûr. Yeah. Must take. Honestly, it's kind of a must take unit. Orc Maulers. I love the Orc Maulers. Orc Maulers. Morannon infantry. That's a unit you don't see every day. I don't usually take them. But I think I'm going to give them in my submod. I'm going to give them another set of armor as an upgrade. So they really get to be able to put on the armor. It's got two... Oh, more Orc Maulers back here. Okay. I didn't armor upgrade them. That's unfortunate. I'd really like to armor upgrade the Orc Maulers to get it. I know it's not going to do a ton against Cardolan and Isengard, who have armor-piercing crossbow bolts in plenty, but still, I like to make my Orc Maulers survive just a little bit longer to make their AP come into play. Uruk Captains, I love this unit. I adore them. Really a good unit. Yeah, honestly, not even a bad unit to put a general in. I say that. I'd rather have my general in with, like, Nazgul or the... what are they? The Temple Guard. So more Morannon infantry. So that was, what, 3? Morannon halberds. I do like the Morannon halberds. 2 of them. Okay, I can get on board with that. Orc Javs. I like the Orc Javs. I do. 500 florins, though, or what? I think it's 500. Is what Reforged does with them. Man, I kind of wish they were a little bit cheaper, though. Because their Javs, they're AP, but they don't do much damage. And then they turn into Orc Fodder, which are only 100 florins. So, I don't know. A lot of the time I end up taking Orc Fodder. Maybe I should. A lot of people would disagree with that, but 400 more florins just for Javs. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, he did take Orc Fodder. Interesting. I usually take one or the other. I think it was the 3rd unit of Morannon. What he took? Oh yeah, it is the 3rd unit of Morannon halberds. So deep into the halberds. It's interesting. Troll Drummers. These Temple Executioners. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've renamed them Melkor's Black Cardinal, so that's why. As I said, the unit text file is still the same as my submod, so the names might be different for a few units, but all their stats and everything is still the same. And I think, oh good. I was starting to get worried he didn't take Nazgul. I'm like, well, I would have cried a little bit inside. I only saw a single unit of archers, though. It's interesting. On this map, so normally in a siege map, you would think that attackers taking archers isn't necessarily the best strategy, but this map is so open that it's actually the best unit to take as an attacker. It's got his other unit, Orc Fodder here, and just a normal catapult. Okay. The only thing I would have done differently is... Oh man, I don't know. I would have considered ditching some of the Morannon infantry for Olag High, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. It's not a bad army. It's just not the way I like to play with Mordor. It's not actually that far off from the way I like to play with Mordor. I usually like to take the Troll Catapult instead, because then, you get trolls after they're out of ammo, but let's see what Godzi took for Dorwinion. More Quindig Glade Lords. I do respect them as a unit. I don't know too much about Dorwinion, but in the next mod update, I will be working on that. More Quindy bows, I do like these guys a lot, because then they turn into really good, sort of like pike or two-handed sword. I can't remember which animation they use. Infantry. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say that they're AP in melee. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong about that. I haven't reviewed their stats as they are in Reforged in a while. Though actually they are still the same in my set mod, because I haven't really gotten around to Dorwinion yet. Elven Marksman. Okay. I can get on board with that. Let's see what else they got here. Isengard, pushing a ram. Glade Masters, okay. Solid stuff. Just keep them out of arrow fire. Villain Infantry. Hammer Guard, that's my favorite Dorwinion unit, by far. I like the look of the humans more than I do the elves for Dorwinion. And they're the only human unit the Dorwinion have that actually do any kind of damage. And I understand that that's just the balance of the faction. But I'm thinking about mixing things up a little bit for them. So we'll see, though. What are these guys? These guys just spears? Yeah. Isengard. Isengard. So a lot of spears, looks like. Infantry, infantry, infantry. Okay. Marksman and more Quindy bows. A very symmetric army, actually. It's interesting. The only problem I have, I just don't see his army doing that much damage, because it looks like he's really gone heavy into the human side of things, which is fine. He's really going to have to depend on those elves to do work. So if I'm Godzi right now, I'm thinking, okay, humans need to go in first to absorb their ammo, and then elves go in last. And, alright, so let's wait for the game to start here, and then we'll look at the defenders. Basically, I'm just looking to knock the gate down. There's only one, or well, there's actually two gates on this map, but that bridge doesn't really work. This map has a lot of bugs that really need to be fixed. But, anyway, I'm going to be looking to constrict the defenders with a long row of archers that wraps around the settlement and shoots over their walls into them. It's kind of the way I'm thinking about playing this. So let's just wait on the defenders here. And as I said, if I remember correctly, I think it's just Isengard and Cardolan. Come on, boys. I say that. This map is actually really hard to deploy in as a defender. There's really not much room inside of Rivendell. In fact, let's take a look at the map while they're deploying here. So, you've got this one bridge. It kind of looked like, to me, there might be sort of like a really shallow land bridge right here. But it turns out there's not. It's frustrating. This is... Oh, here we go. But yeah, you can... Once you're here, then you can go one of two ways. You can try your best to get units across there. It's really tough, though. You really have to, like, micro the hell out of them to get across there. And then there's this death trap right here. It wraps around, goes up over the bridge, and over this way. And then there's this little narrow land bridge here. That's actually not a functional bridge, unfortunately. But all this water's not impassable, though. You can walk through that. So yeah, it wraps around up here. There's the town center. And this is the other side of the map. This gate, theoretically, is functional. Problem is the bridge is not, so... You'll see us try to use it, and our units not be able to actually get over there. This is the scary thing about defending this map. Like, imagine if one of us had been playing Rune and had taken a Dragon's Breath and just teeing off in the middle of this. It's just... This is a tough map, and I hope it gets reworked in the future. But yeah, I was right. Cardolan and Isengard defending. Oh, also I'll mention that these, what looks like a wall here is not actually usable terrain. So, you're not going to see anyone use it. And yeah, the only other way up here, other than theoretically is a way to make the bridge work, is just going the long way up over there, as I showed you a minute ago, and you can wrap around that narrow bridge there and down. Or you can just skip all that, deal with the pathfinding problems at this bridge. But once you deal with that, then it's just a straight shot up along like this pavement here. So, the Defenders' armies. Warrens of Tir and Gorthad, Mercenary Guildsmen. Oh, we're going against Mighty Mirko. Haven't seen him in a while. And who's Isengard? Key Mob? This would have been the first time I remember seeing him. He does pretty good in this game, if I remember, though. So I don't think he's new to it. I just hadn't seen him before. Berserkai Berserkers, a bunch of Greenway Garrison Archers, Royal Court of House Thorondor, Menhiriath Spearmen. I love Menhiriath Spearmen. Greenway Garrison Archers, Half-Orc Spear Guard. I think that I see some... Is there any Bane Guard in there, too? No. He's got his Uruk-hai Infantry in there. We've got Hearthguard of Amonsul, as well as Minotaur Roman Gatekeepers. Got Uruk-hai Reavers and more Greenway Garrison Archers. The Nirath Sharpshooters, looks like there's probably 2 of them in there. Half-Orc Baneguard. Tharbad Warhammers. These are Guatho Trackers, yeah, so this is again an example of my submod text file coming into play, calling them Dunhurt Marksmen. Because I made them only available for Dunland in my submod, so those are Guatho Trackers in this. Uruk-hai Berserkers, Dunedain Captains. There might be 2 Dunedain Captains in there. This mosh pit mess of Menhiriath Spearmen. So I think he's just got the 2 Greenway Garrison Archers. And then he's got, I did the Wardens, Mercenary Guildsmen. So we'll come down here. Defending the outer gate, defending the first landing, so to speak. Uruk-hai Infantry, Uruk-hai Raiders, Half-Orc Spear Guard, Uruk-hai Infantry, Uruk-hai Pikemen, Raiders, and Trolls of the White Hand. Up here we have Dunedain Rangers. Good place to put them right there, actually. And then nothing else over here. Interesting. Okay, so let's get started, and we will zoom on up to the point where... things are starting. That would be me, I think. Dorwinion. Oh, Dorwinion's firing into them too, but I'm pretty sure I am as Gondor as well. Oh no, I'm not yet. I will, though, shortly. Oh, did I have 2 Guards of Osgiliath? Because there's one over there. Sometimes I do that. I don't think I did. I think it's just 1. Yeah, it's just 1. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to try to put up a nice ring of archers and to pour fire into these boys down here, because they don't have... I don't think I saw a ranged unit down here anywhere. No, it doesn't look like it. So yeah, I'm just going to put all my ranged units down here, and we're just going to rain hell onto these boys. Now, you don't want to put too much ammo into them, because at the end of the day, they are pretty cheap infantry, except for the trolls. Um, so... but looks like Dorwinion's going to do a lot of that for me, so... Elven Marksman, man, he is dumping ammo into these Uruk-hai. And that's not a bad shot, though, either, because it's coming from the right side, so no shield value at all. Trolls, though, I don't think he's trying to target the trolls. But if he were, I would suggest he not, because it's not going to hurt them. If he does, great. If he does manage to get some troll kills, that'd be great, but I seriously doubt it. So I'm setting up my archers here, and I'm going to start firing myself into the raiders. Oh, I think I get the raiders mixed up with the reavers a lot. So I think that's maybe why I was firing into them. And we're just trying to keep the defenders on their toes until Blue Ranger can get over to his Mordor army. So yeah, this is what sucks about this settlement to defend. It's like there's no cover for you. And there's not very much room to run away to, so... But honestly, I wouldn't be using my Morquendi bow ammo on them. If I were Godzi, I'd have them maybe... Oh, he is getting into these guys. Good stuff. Or is that me? Could be... Where are they firing? Who's firing where, boys? Come on. Morquendi, I've already said that, though. Where are they firing? I think Godzi's firing into this. I'm trying to fire at these boys, maybe? At least I was. I'm basically just trying to test the range of my archers. Like, what can I hit from outside of the settlement? So I know I can hit the units that are over here, but he's already starting to move them back, so I'm just going to move my archers up. We've got spears back here. Honestly, they're not really going to do anything being here, though. I probably should have had them closer. The marksmen of Kaer Andros looks like they're firing up. Something about to go up the ramp, I think. Oh, this is a target-rich environment right here. Yep, that's what I'm doing. That's not too bad. I probably should have saved the... I need to save some ammo to be able to suppress these rangers, though, is the only problem. Then captains. I think that's them with an armor upgrade. I don't remember what they look like. I can't remember the difference between them. He's firing the Greenway Garrison archers. Again, with the more Morquendi bows, I don't know that I'd be using them. I'd probably just use my Cardolan Marksman. If I'm going to use anything at all, but really should probably be letting me deal with these guys, because I would rather trade Gondor archer ammo with Greenway Garrison archers than your expensive poison arrows from your Morquendi. So we probably should have coordinated better like that, but I'm still going to be able to tee off into these pikes, which is probably one of the better uses of my ammo. I say that, and I'm not shooting into them. I'm still shooting into these guys, which is still fair enough, though, because there are armor-piercing Vanguard in here. And you're not going to get a bet. You can't miss, because they get funneled up here, and you're only ever going to hit them on their right from behind them. It just doesn't get any better than that, so... what are these boys? Spear Guard, and infantry. 47 Uruk-hai infantry. They got decimated. We've already got 15%, and that's unfortunate. Archers of Cardolan. This is a good use. This is a good play on Mighty Mirko's part. Drawing, he's been able to draw out a lot of. Let's say more Quendi. Wait, that's not Great Lake Garrison. What are you talking about? That's more Quendi. Yeah, he's still using more Quendi ammo on him. I should have been watching this. Told him, hey, don't focus on them. Save their ammo. Oh, he has changed targets, which is good. What's he shooting at? Probably one of these Isengard units. I would save my more Quendi ammo for dealing with Cardolan in the late game, just to really try to turn the screws on their morale. I really love the Greenway Garrison Archers. Just for how cheap they are, they're very cost effective. And they come in really good numbers. It's like 200. So, I think Mighty Mirko's doing a good job with them. But still to this point, though, I mean, they are taking a beating right now. 15%. A lot of that's kind of their trash, but am I still firing? I think I may have told some of my boys to stop firing. Yeah, I think that's what I did. Removing the Veterans of Osgiliath, because I'm going to try to shoot... Try to get into range to shoot some other units. It looks like the Uruk-hai crossbows are firing at something. What are they shooting? Vets of Osgiliath, maybe? Is that what you're shooting? Huh. Well, that could be good, but I'm not seeing any fire going to. Oh, I say that. There we go. Now I've got them facing the front, so they will get their shield legs. It's not quite as bad now. Oh, they're firing up. Don't like to see that. Ah, yeah, I saw this opportunity. Vets of Osgiliath have the range to get into these Dunedain Rangers back here, so he's going to run them back. Yeah, kill a couple. And we're going to make Mighty Mirko work for this. Looks like Mordor is finally arriving back here. Any archers he has would be of great use. A villain marksman wield their swords two-handed. Didn't realize that. Huh. I have to start playing Dorwinion more often. I'm running down. Yeah, we've already saw that. Weird. I think he only took the one unit of archers, though, so I don't expect him to be a huge help. Oh, we've got a catapult firing now. I can hear it, but...
The gates are down!
Oh, yeah, we were just knocking the gate down. That's back. I don't know. Oh, yeah, because he ran the Rangers over there. Yeah, he pulled his Rangers back, so there wasn't going to be anything in range. Oh, he did? That's right, I forgot about that. He moves his Rangers over here, hoping that he can hide them. The only problem with that is... Did he put his general in there? I remember Mighty Mirko complaining about them not being able to hide, even though they should be able to, of course. I think maybe it's something to do with the terrain being weird in this map. I'm not sure why they can't hide. So yeah, there's kind of like a positioning phase here. And some more skirmishing.
We've breached the enemy's walls!
Catapult knocking that gate down, so we don't need any rams at this point. Now, I want to say that the defenders had a catapult arm somewhere too. Maybe they don't. Looks like we're getting some good shots in here from... Oh, it's my archers doing that. Interesting. Okay. And I'm going to try to run... Yeah, see, we're trying to get them across. Blue Ranger and I. He's got some...
Our soldiers have proved their worth today. The enemy's walls belong to us now.
Yeah, I'm going to try to go... try to get my spears up and across there, because Blue Ranger was having trouble. And then I realized, oh, we can't actually get infantry across that bridge. Looks like... Is that me? No, it's Godspeed for some reason. I don't know why he would do this. Running these marksmen in here by themselves. Even if they were out of ammo, you would think you would want to keep them back and use them as part of the push, because they're still kind of men-at-arms level materials, so... Yeah, that's kind of perplexing why he would do that. I don't know. Maybe Guts was newer in this game. Not sure, though. Blue Ranger's helping me out with these Morannon archers now. Firing to the right side with these Urukai. Pikes as well. Thanks. That'll be good. I guess that will be one good thing about the about Godsey doing this, is it'll encourage the defenders here to lob up their units that they otherwise would have had spread out, and then we'll be able to shoot them. So we're getting some decent kills on the pikes. Let's see. Yeah, this is me. I think this is me trying to get them across where the officer from the spearman is. Must be down here. Yeah, there it is. So the defenders are staring down the barrel of a almost, what, 16-point deficit now at this point. So a tough start for them. Don't know if they're out of ammo or not, those Gondor Rangers. Can't remember. They may be out of ammo. I think they probably are. That's why they've got their swords out, but... but I still have marksman carrying us. So yeah, I'm helping Blue Ranger make the first true attack. Oh, and I guess Godsey isn't really support when he goes. Hopefully they use their ammo. I say hopefully really loosely here. I wouldn't have thrown them in either necessarily, unless if they had been efficient with their ammo. He's trying to fire up his Dunedain Rangers. The only problem is, I noticed this. We are starting to bash through the one. Spears here. I'm surprised he's not firing into the right side of my spear. It's kind of shocking. That's Vasgiliath, though. I think I'm going to be able to shoot. Oh, I bet they're firing into the crossbows. I should have been hearing a sharpshooter. Yep. I don't know. It's probably not the best target, honestly, given how well armored and shielded the Minirath sharpshooters are. Should probably be trying to figure out a way to shoot into the Dorwinion Rangers, and I thought I ended up trying to do that at some point. Because they can't hide for whatever reason, and they're kind of out in the open. It's like Dorwinions. Look at that. God's sneaking his bows around. I don't know if Mirko's going to notice that or not. If he does, that's bye-bye Morroquendi bows, but if he doesn't, bye-bye Uruk-hai infantry. Pretty even fight on the bridge here. The only problem really holding us up at this point are the Trolls of the White Hand. We've got so many spears now coming. A lot of cheap orcs and Elven men. Gonna be a tough one. Now, one thing I did here, so we knocked this gate down, and I've got a few things over here. Oh yeah, I remember this. I tried to set up the marksman to Carandros to shoot in. Like I couldn't get my men across the bridge, but I was going to try to shoot over through the gate and into the Uruk-hai infantry there. For some reason, they weren't taking a shot though, so I just moved them out. What I decided to do is just keep this unit of spears right here until later in the game. So, because our opponents don't know that this bridge doesn't work, and what they don't know will hurt them. So if I keep a unit here to threaten this, that will encourage them to keep units here. So, that's the thinking. Uruk-hai pikes are really on the ropes now. Combined forces of Mordor and Dorwinion especially are really starting to hurt the Uruk-hai of Isengard. Like only one troll, 2 trolls left. Trolls of the White Hand here. So Uruk captains are exactly what the doctor. So honestly, this is just turning into a choke point grind here. But it does look like we are taking this. Yeah, we are starting to break through. And we'll start moving up the ramp here. So I think we still have... Oh, Mighty Mirko has dispatched the Orquendi bows that were here for the most part.
If we continue like this, we will smash the
But
enemy.
we were going to try to keep this attack alive, because it has been taking pretty good damage. Let's see, defenders are starting to pull it back a little bit. 14 to 24, so they're only down 10 now. We were 16 before. Dorwinion leading the way, followed by my men of Gondor, who are really tired, wavering. So I probably should have stopped them there and let them rest, because that's actually a really good spot to hide away from the enemy. There's no real position that defenders can take to shoot into you. But I guess I just really want to push, so I just run everybody up here. Ooh, fire coming in here. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He's using his rangers on us down there, but I've got my... Where's that mark? Some kind of... Oh, just Vets of Osgiliath. Great. Got Vets of Osgiliath on this bridge. They're able to thread the needle up and over into those rangers. I remember Mighty Mirko at the time was was messaging all players and saying, like, what the hell? Why can't my Dunedain rangers hide? Yeah, I don't know, man. The only reason I can normally think of is if you put your general in there, but it doesn't look like he has, so... And Gondor is just so resolute. I love them so much. Despite being tired and wavering, they are fighting... what's defeat now? But it was balanced there for a good bit. The Elven marksmen are going to go down. It's going to take a while. But I was able to get some good shots, and... Oh man, they're routing now. That's unfortunate. I speak too soon. But I was able to get some really good shots into the Dunedain Rangers. Mirko's being forced to bring in a ton of forces here. I am going to try to just rush all of my spears up just to keep the line alive. And my plan, I don't normally like the idea of being keeping all your elite units to fight to the end. But I know if I commit all my elite units right now, this map is... The pathfinding in this map is so glitchy and bugged out that they will just get bogged down and shot to pieces. So it's kind of called for here, I think, to save my slow-moving, elite, armor-piercing phalanx pike units for the end, to where they don't have any ammo. And I know they can actually win in a choke fight. So that's what I'm thinking. But I will still support my allies with everything that I can to keep the fight alive. So,
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
yeah, we are now actually winning on the front line here. We will slowly grind them down just through sheer weight of numbers, if nothing else. And over here still, the defenders can't afford to get too complacent, because for all they know, I could come screaming across that bridge at any moment. And we have actually started to figure out how to move across this bridge here. Kind of struggling with it at the moment, but I know Blue Ranger figured out how to do it in this game. I unfortunately never did figure out how to do it in this game, but I have in games on this map since. So basically what you want to do is you want to get your unit right there, on the edge of the bridge basically, and click just beyond the edge of the bridge on the other side. And once that, will get one or two of them on the bridge, and then you just keep doing that over and over until you get more and more onto the bridge. And then you have to click, just a little bit beyond the bridge, so you get one or two guys off, and then a little bit further, and a little bit, so you kind of have to string your guys along. And it's a real pain, but it will open up another avenue of attack for us. Now, trouble with that sucks. He's going to be able to rattle into Blue Ranger, very cool guy, with all of his cheap but efficient archers. Let's go. Hearthguard and Sewell standing by. Brandon Halberts. I don't know if I'd be leading the way with Brandon. I'm going to try to follow Blue Ranger's example here, but it's not. So I just end up saying, fine, I'm just going to run all of Gondor up here. And right now, Gondor is doing particularly well. And here we have sharpshooters are probably... to my boys down here. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm trying to screen for Blue Ranger here. Some of his halberds are going across. But we both decide this bridge is just not worth everything going that way, so we need to run our boys up the ramp and get them up as quick as possible so that they're out of line of sight of these crossbows. Orc maulers are coming up. We need to cover for them too. Really, it's just going to be Blue Ranger slowly filtering things in. Dorwinion as well. And I'm going to keep a lot of the rest of my army back. This kind of core force here. They're, I mean, maybe the Temple Executioners over there as well, but this core force of mine is going to stay back until much later in the game. And basically, this replay is just a case of a choke point fight up here, which we are still winning, but the defenders, yeah, we're starting to slowly push them back, despite the weight of our numbers. 'Cause we have, I've taken some out-of-ammo marks from the Kirandros and thrown them in. And Urukai crossbows really aren't a good answer to that. I've got a lot. I think I've got my Vets Gilead up here now too, as well as out-of-ammo Gondor archers. So the only problem with this is I'm blobbed up and exposed to like rangers and such, but there's just no way around it. And they are firing into my left, so it's not so bad because we'll have the shield value on all the shielded units will come into play, so it could be worse. But yeah, I wish we hadn't plopped up like this, but there's not really a way around it. You really need to smash through here. It's kind of our only avenue of attack right now. And he's got, and here he has, I love this one, here he has sharpshooters and shield wall trying to push back against Gondor. I don't know though, man. I think that our melee skill's high enough, and our numbers are high enough such that I don't know how much good when hearing out sharpshooters will do the defenders out here. They should, especially now that I've got marks from the Kirandros there too. Good, really good ideas. Still saving his tunes on rangers. Don't know why. I hope these sharpshooters are out of ammo. We're going to be committed to melee like this. Now this is a problem. He's got his Minotaur and gatekeepers who are shooting into our rear over here, and that's problematic. I don't know what he's doing with it. I think he's trying to conserve as much ammo as he can, which is probably a smart idea. We end up deciding that Godse needs to go to the left, along with Blue Ranger, and then Blue Ranger will help me on the right as well. Blue Ranger's probably the most experienced player on our team at the time of playing this game. I'm not sure though. I'm experienced enough that I can kind of do things on my own without any guidance at this point. Yeah, I'm just trying to reduce the amount of blobbing right now. Trying to let Blue Ranger... Oh, he's got his Blackguard there, that's why. Yeah, I'm going to step out of the way of Blue Ranger's Blackguard Bear, and This will smash through them. Through the men of Cardolan. It looks like Cardolan is... Well, Cardolan and him both have readied up a new defensive line there. So as soon as this line falls apart, I'm going to take my chance to rush all my men of Gondor through. And into Earthside and Cardolan back here. And we'll try to just, given that so few Blackguard of Barricade died, just do the same thing here. And then if we do this quickly enough, the idea is we'll catch them all off guard, and we'll be able to drive them back to the town center. Because, you know, looks like it's going pretty well so far. He's got his Dunedain Rangers firing into our rear there, which that's going to hurt a lot, I'll be honest. Gondor archers out of ammo are routing. Not the end of the world, but you would have liked to see them stay on the front line a bit longer. So, there's some Gondor spearmen leading too. 45. That's not the end of the world. A lot of my Gondor boys are breaking nuts. That sucks. I think it was probably the combination of the Rangers and the Gatekeepers pouring fire into me that did it. But again, I'm not as concerned as long as I'm able to get a lot of fight out of these boys, and I'm able to keep my core of my army back there untouched. I know a lot of these men will come back, and Godse's seeing how the situation's unfolding, is changing back over here. I don't know if that's strictly necessary, but we'll try. I have managed to stabilize things here, and we are starting to win on the front line. Huge pressed bodies. Maybe I have to try to get a screenshot of something. If I can find something that's screenshot worthy, I will take it and make it the Dunedain Ranger fire coming in. Yeah, that sucks. They've turned things up. It's every time they use their ammo, then things turn around. I don't know if I've still got any ammo left on anything or not. Bunch of orc maulers. Gondor archers. Interesting. Are they out of ammo? Yeah, they're out of ammo, unfortunately. But they're coming back, and that's the important thing. So we'll be able to just feed them right back into the meat grinder. Lots of Gondor men coming back. Good to see. Really good to see. Dozens, in fact, maybe even hundreds of Gondor men returning from routing. Really good to see. I'm really happy about that. Helvelan infantry, I don't know what these boys are doing right now. It's another example of the map being really glitched out. The pathfinding is really not particularly impressive here. Nice sally out here by Buddy Mirko with his Royal Court of House Thorondor. Really good sally into the Blackguard of Barricade, to the elites of, well, not I say elites, into the Helvelan men here. The only problem with this is that we've got orc fodder out here. And if we're able to pin these Royal Court up against the moat leaders, we'll butcher them. So that's what we're going to try to do. Muddy Mirko's pretty quick with his micro, though, so he's going to just try to run them back across the river. The sheer press of bodies is really going to hurt these guys. Yep. So it looks like we've managed to trap most of the royal court, so they will just get cut down at this point. 13, 12 left. Oh, apologies, guys. I'm kind of baiting here. This is my third recording of the day. I just want to take advantage of the time I've got. We're about halfway. The grind continues. Reinforcements come back from Gondor. Stabilize the line. Isengard and Cardolan are very near. Cardolan have deployed their Dunedain captains in this point. Interesting to see. That will really short things up for them, I think. I wonder if we could get like a unit of javelins or rangers or something. Like, right up here, just shoot down into them. That would devastate them, but fortunately we don't have that, and they still have some pretty impressive range teams themselves back on this bridge here. Winding up the crossbows, like Minotaur Roman gatekeepers again. Let's see if they decide to shoot into. That may have been a blunt shot. I didn't see any arrows. Nereanth spearmen are coming in, and shield wall. They'll really do a lot to stabilize our line here. Yeah, just these Greenway Garrison archers are firing in at the moment. Don't worry, but with only like 40 of them, their DPS just won't be good enough, I think, to break any of this. He really needs, if he wants to do that, he wants to use the Minotaur and gatekeepers, but I think Mirko knows
the battle is very much
that.
in our favor. Victory will be ours.
I think he realizes that I've got Citadel Guard, Fountain Guard, and Lofty Honor Guard. I've got, what else do I have? I've got, Guards of Osgiliath. I've got all these really elite units for Gondor that haven't even been touched yet. So I think he's trying to play the long game. The problem is, if he does too much of that, then we'll smash through. It looks like we're starting to do. But I mean, this site has been a site of tug of war for the past 10,000 francs. Just a slow grind. I remember this game. Why did this game made it so that I ended up sitting there playing this for 3 hours? Let's see what some of our other boys are doing. I think we're fighting over here. Yes, we were. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of dead Mordor orcs. Well, it doesn't look like it really went very well. Troll drummers are dead. Yeah, it's hard to... As hard as it is to break through over there, it's even harder over here. For some reason, you would think it'd be the other way around, because this is a much wider choke point, but no, I mean, there's really good firing arcs down into it from like this slight hill here. Back up here, you can fire down into them, into your enemies as they attack you from this side. Just a really good overall region. Yeah, Godsy's able to, he's figured out how to move some boys across now. So he'll pick up the slack where Mirko fell off, and Mirko's going to be helping me more. Over here. Oh, sorry, up there. Over here. We continue to push our way through, but the defenders still aren't giving up. And now they're firing. Gatekeepers. Oh, and it was the Hearthguard of Alan Sewell is what it was. Okay. they'll do good work, but yeah, I guess I probably would use them over the gatekeepers because you want some AP ranged in the end game. Just the blob of Gondor men and orcs slowly eating away. Mostly what looks like Isengard's defense. Although I say that, I think the Dunedain captains will shore things up here pretty well. Once they get into the thick of things. We've been wavering and exhausted this whole time, but we're still winning. And I think that's really going to keep my boys from routing again. Slowly clear them out. Yeah, we're just continuing to rush into the meat grinder. Hope that it eventually starts paying dividends. Where are we at now? 47 for 45, so the defenders have actually caught up with us and passed us up a little bit. But I think they've had to, I mean, both sides have really used a ton of ammo. But, actually up by 3 on us now. So, yeah, this was always going to be the hardest part of the fight. Was making our true push.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Well, the announcer so likes our odds, but don't know, man. Just this really thin line of rangers right here holding us back. If only we had another archer down here. Shoot up into their side. It'd be great. Really close fight this one. Really close fight. So I'm going to go ahead and speed up because I'm fading pretty quick. This is my third recording of the day and it is 55,000 frames. So we'll just speed up a little bit because there's not really anything that changes here for a while. The attack is starting to kind of fall apart. It's only really being held in place by a combination of men of Gondor and the orcs of Mordor. Saying that it's more men of Gondor at this point. So we don't get such horrendous frame rate. Looks like Cardolan has won over here again. But it looks like he had to bring out the big guns with his Thoroughbred Warhammers, the Mercenary Guildsmen, and much less so, but the Menhiriath Spears. Not sure how I feel about Menhiriath Spears. I mean, I guess they're better than a lot of other factions, like basic line spearmen. let's go back to the check the fight and see how things are progressing now that we've waited for a little bit. Now we're starting to break here, but we've made some more ground. We've pushed pretty hard. Looks like he sent in, Blue Ranger sent in more of his Black Ranger. But the line Cardolan has been reinforced with some really good units. I think there may still be Dunedain captains in there. Yep, 42 of them still. Hearthguard and Steward have been thrown in as well.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Yep. But a lot of Gondor's units I've got Citadel Guard in here now, and they will do wonders against the men of Cardolan in particular. But also Isengard, of course, because Isengard, I suppose, are pretty heavily armored, so. These gatekeepers aren't firing more often. Okay, now the defenders are up on us by 11, so they've really turned things around in this choke. It's been brutal for us. Let's times 6 this again, just to get up to something close to 40,000.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
I don't know that I agree with the announcer at this point. I mean, we're down 11% still. I do still have... Oh, I am starting to move in my big gun units here.
Only half the enemy force remains.
So I will go down. I moved in the big guns, yep. I decided enough was enough. They've used most of their ammo, so I'm going to move in. I'm going to roll the dice and throw pretty much everything else I've got left into the meat range. I'm not here, but I think there's units coming. Yeah, here we go. Fountain Guard are running, just to keep them out of arrow fire as much as I can. Are the gatekeepers out of it? They may be, actually. Yeah, it looks like they are. They're not holding their crossbows now. The Greenway Garrison archers are going to try to fire into, like, my Fountain Guard and whatnot, but Fountain Guard are so well armored that it's not going to make a ton of difference, to be honest. So this flank is going to fall apart as far as the forces that Godsey and Blue Ranger sent over on this side are going to fall apart completely. Citadel Guard grabbing off, that's a shame to see. But over here, they're going to put up a really good fight. Yeah, it looks like... they just broke. That's it. But they're going to keep them occupied over here for a good while. Got some more guys on this landing here, waiting for their turn to be sent across the bridge. And yeah, here's Bilbo's great push. I move up. Guards of Osculia, Fountain Guard, etc. Now he's gonna shoot into the Guards of Osculia because I think he's more afraid of pikes than anything else that with his Greenwood Garrison archers. And they will do really good damage, but I'm not convinced he'll be able to kill all of them. This is just the sheer might of Gondor pushing into Cardolan. And I remember in the game...
We've lost half of our men!
Sorry. I remember in the game that Mighty Mirko had messaged me and he had said, it's way too late to be bringing in Fountain Guard. And I messaged him back and I said, that remains to be seen. And I think he's gonna probably want to eat his words. If I can get Fountain Guard and a Walking Honor Guard against the other one with the Citadel Guard forward, they'll just smash Cardolan to pieces. Even with Wardens of Tier Ward that in here and Tharbad Warhammers, they'll take the longest amount of time to go down, but we'll be able to keep them at arm's length and just stab them with armor piercing. Villain men are still taking a lot of the damage for us, which is always very nice of them. There's a little bit of Urukai presence still there. And some Dunedain Catholics and Rangers. Mirko does have quite a bit over here. I think Mirko's probably thrown in his entire lot on this side. Or close to it, anyway. Blue Rangers sending more over here. It does look like
the tide of battle seems to have turned against us. We must act and halt this turn of events.
Yeah, so we are way down at the moment. But he's got Temple Executioners in the fight. And really taking a lot of damage. It's hurting them. Miranda Infantry coming in. More Quindic Blade Masters do wonders over here. So, the trouble is the pathfinding over here is tough to deal with. But I told them, I said, you guys focus over there. Keep them busy over there. I can smash through Mighty Mirko's Cardolan forces on this side. Don't worry about that.
Our ally lies dead. Without their general, they may lose heart and flee. Defeat seems almost certain.
Obviously, defeat can't be that assured if we've still got 15,000 frames left. Now that the elite men of Gondor are getting into the thick of things, the tide's going to start turning against them. Even with all these wardens here and the Hearthguard, because they've been seeing a lot of action, whereas my elite units of Gondor are still pretty crap. Now that route's unfortunate, but they'll come back.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Yep, so we've turned it around. Victory's almost a certainty. And a lot of it's because Mirko's making the mistake of trying to run into it. That's really not going to do you any good. Yeah, I will slowly grind down Cardolan here. I have complete faith in Gondor to be able to do that. And I was kind of like,
the enemy force remains.
Can't stand the announcer. I was kind of the cheerleader on our team saying, no guys, come on, we can do this, we can do this. I still have all these elites left. And my teammates had kind of been the naysayers against, on top of these other, on top of Mighty Mirko, estimated, saying, look, do you just want to concede yet? I'm like, no way. No way. I'm going to fight you because I think I can still beat you. And we're already seeing that. Gondor really swing things around. And on the other side, I think we may have turned things around a little bit over here, too. I think so, yeah. The arrival of the Morroquendi has really done wonders for us here. If nothing else, it'll keep the fight going for a little bit longer. But yeah, Godzi should be able to rip Isengard to shreds. What else is there? Oh, he still has berserkers. That's gonna be tough to deal with. And I don't see a lot of blue rangers. I think he's pretty much out of the fight at this point. So it's really Godzi and I that are left, and he's still fine. And I've got a lot of men returning from routing. These guys were a real thorn in my side, though. I really wish I had more ammo to deal with them. But I'm just really, at this point, depending on Gondor's armor to see me through it. They're firing the Fountain Guard, which have an armor value of 13, so they're not going to do that much. And they just ran out of ammo, so that's good to see. Another news note, the Wardens in Team Gorthad are slowly starting to die off. It's going to take me a while, but we will win over. I've got a mostly fresh unit of Fountain Guard coming in now. That will, 1.5 units of Fountain Guard will trump 2/3 of the Wardens of Tear Force. Even with these depleted Third Age Reforged there, I'm very confident I'll be able to cut them down. And this is really all that Mighty Mirko has left too, so. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. They do still have ammo left, that's frustrating. But the good news is, it's only going into my front and into my left side. So most of these things that don't have an insane armor value may also have shields, which will come down for some. So now, the last time I checked this, we were more than 20% down. We are now 18%, and that gap is closing. Mostly because I'm going to be able to, as long as they can keep Isengard tied up over there long enough for me to finish off Cardolan, I should hopefully be able to beat Isengard when they come. That was
good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
And that's Cardolan's general. So now what that means is that's going to expedite things really quickly because Cardolan's morale is really is running the risk of falling apart. So if I can just really turn the screws on Cardolan, we could have this game in the bag. See, look at that. That gap is shrinking more and more over time. I do still have Guards Posculia in here. Despite getting shot to pieces earlier, there's still 24 of them. They will kill a lot of these boys. There are still some Isengard forces over there too, which is interesting. Dunedain Rangers that have been a thorn in my side are not long for this world, nor are the Blackblood Trackers. Minotaur Roman Gatekeepers.
Our ally lies dead. Without their general, they may lose heart and flee.
That's the only problem with my plan at the moment, is if Dorwinion falls apart before I finished off Cardolan, we could be in trouble. We're only down 15 now.
Our men have fought long and are becoming tired.
Oh no, there's still 6 Temple Executioners that Ranger still has to fight, and there's a lot of Cardolan's boys routing there. So that's what I'm talking about. This game was not over when Mirko is messaging us saying, "Do you want to concede?" Like, absolutely. And Isengard now all of a sudden with Cardolan gone, kind of on the ropes here if he doesn't reinforce it. Of course, he has the units to be able to reinforce it, but yeah, he still has a fresh berserkers, and that's kind of the ace in the hole for them at this point. But Cardolan's really hurting at this point. Mercenary guildsmen and just smatterings of brutalized Cardolan across Rivendell at this point, and there we go. There's the hammer of Gondor coming down on Cardolan. Now without their general, their morale is absolutely evaporated. The Tharbad Warhammers and the Minotaur and the Gatekeepers might stick around for a while yet, but all these are still sorry about that. I have to message Rusty and tell him to let me finish recording. Alright, so hopefully it stops that. Yeah, so I'm just finishing off Cardolan at this point. And I think think, because look at that. We're now down 9%. That was key. Killing Cardolan's general was huge. And as long as Godsley and Blue Ranger can stay here and keep them busy. Now with the arrival of the Berserkers, I don't see that happening much longer. But it's really going to come down to Gondor versus Isengard. So at this point, I'm thinking that I can actually win here. There we go. Now I'm marching on the town center. Gondor victorious there. I've left those few behind. Then I turn the what's left of the guards musculate around to see if they can't deal with these, or just keep them busy from rear charging me. Really.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Now, I didn't understand this as this was going on. This didn't make any sense to me. How are Lothian Honor Guard, Fountain Guard, the most elite things that Gondor had, how are they losing to Vanguard? I just don't get what the game is calculating here. Is it just the fact that everyone that I've got is exhausted, maybe? That's the only thing that we can think of. But I think I am going to be able to drag them across 90%, even if we do it.
Our allies have fled the field like cowards.
I wouldn't say they fled the field like cowards. They fought to the end, heroically. Yeah, it's the Mordor running off there. They did take down... 9? Yeah, it was like 9. Or, sorry, 11 rather. And it looks like Cardolan might have got stuck on his own stakes. That's
defeat seems almost certain.
I wouldn't put it like that, because he's got a lot of, I don't want to say trash, but not elite stuff. The only real elite unit he's got left are the Berserkers. Because I don't think he took Nazkai, and then Mighty Mirko's really just got scraps of his army left. So this was really frustrating to me. Why Fountain Guard weren't just putting Vanguard in the dumpster? I'll never understand. So if any one of you guys has something to say about that, because I don't think Vanguard have the stats to really be going toe-to-toe with Fountain Guard. The only thing I can think of is just the level of fatigue. And there we go. They're starting to win now, but it's really working with casualties. He's got that one Tharbad Warhammer running back and forth into me, Mighty Mirko does. But at this point, he's kind of stopped. I think at this point he said, maybe you were right, Bilbo. And I think that my strategy probably was the right one, actually. Because look at how close I'm going to get. Assuming I don't win, look at how close it's going to get. The things I think that we did wrong as attackers, we kind of blobbed up a bit way too much, but there's not really anything that can be done about that on this map. This other bridge is way too hard to use. And we had to be able to blow up to get the enemy to fire their ammo into us. Otherwise, they were just going to have all the ammo in the world left at the end here, and we would have gone down. So I feel confident we did most things right. Now, there were a couple things at the beginning maybe we could have done differently, like not pouring so much ammo to the defenders that were down on this main landing, trying to get close enough to shoot at the boys that were back over here. But cannot kill these Vanguard quick enough. I don't understand it. I don't know what he's doing with all his Vanguard down here. Oh, there's a Temple Executioner there. Yeah, Blue Ranger was trying to block the way from me. Very kind of him. But that's his last model, so once he goes down there, a little bit...
Our allies have fled the field like cowards.
Yeah, so it really is just me with my force of Gondor now left. And... 88%, so I think we might be able to get 90%. I'm guessing, because he still has those berserkers left, and because how fatigued my army is, just these overwhelming numbers of Vanguard. I think it will probably be a bit tough to win at this point, but I wouldn't say it's impossible. Cardolan certainly don't have anything capable of going toe-to-toe with me. It's just Isengard's overwhelming numbers of Vanguard. We'll just watch this to the end because we're almost done now. Now I'm going to try to form up and go after him over here. Try to fight him on narrow choke point there, because I didn't realize at the time that you could bring boys out here across the water to fight too. Now, Mighty Murder's going to try to charge some of his units out to fight me. Try to hit me on both sides. And I think I'll probably only be able to see one or the other off. But... I was pretty happy with this game. I was pretty happy with how everyone did. I think just our use of ammo at the beginning is probably really what let us down at the end. Because for a while, this game was looking pretty grim for us. And I was really happy we were able to bring it back the way we did.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
For a second there, I thought he said the berserkers were losing. I don't know how that's the case. Fountain Guard and Love Honor Guard will fight to the end. I think we'll just about be able to get it across the 10%. These men have these scraps of miracles are really a nuisance at the moment. Might be the only thing that would stop me from that. Seriously, this is just a bunch of archers, really. A handful of guildsmen. I love this. This looks so cool. I want to take another screenshot here. Gondor's last stand. Hordes of Isengard and the traitors of Cardolan. I think we might just be able to see Cardolan off once and for all. But Isengard won't get too much. And there we go. We're across 10%, or actually less than 10% away now. But I think we're just slowly going to get overwhelmed here. I'm just going to have to pick between these, which ones make the best thumbnail. I'm not sure. I think one of these at the end, for sure, because this is so cool, watching the Nimlothian Honor Guard stand like back to back in a shield wall formation, spearing Uruk-hai and traitorous men of
Pray
Cardolan.
something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
And really, it's the Nimlothian Honor Guard carrying me at this point. There aren't any Citadel Guard or Fountain Guard left. Yeah, just the overwhelming numbers here. I think if he didn't have the Berserkers, we've got them down to 31. They were at 64 before they came up here. So this goes to show you how just how resolute Gondor can be. Even in defeat, or what's most likely. Although, look at that, we're only within 6. And we are still putting these last men of Cardolan. I don't know why they won't die. If I do,
Our foolish general has thrown his life away, and perhaps our chances of victory with it.
The reason why it takes them so long to kill them is because, well, they have spears, and spears don't kill very quickly. But yeah, we basically put Cardolan in their place. Yeah, even in defeat, Gondor will... They don't go down without a fight. Losing our general is going to be a problem.
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
I swear I'm going to shut the announcer off. So yeah, that's Mighty Mirko dead. And Isengard is all that's left, but he's only got a couple units of Vanguard and remnants of his Berserkers. Less than half his Berserkers remain. In fact, only about a quarter of them remain. And it's these Vanguard that are going to win it for him. I guess he does still have these Raiders infantry here. That once he brings them out, then it's GG for sure, but 94, only 5% off. Yeah, I think if he didn't have his Berserkers still, I think we would have had this. God, I just adore the Nimlothian. I think they're going to be renamed in the next version of the Ultimate Compilation Run, by the way. They'll probably be called something like...
Defeat. We've been beaten by our foe.
I see, for some reason I thought the Nimlothians were blocked morale. I don't think I... interesting. So yeah. Thanks to everyone who played. Mighty Mirko actually did a lot of the work on the defense, but Isengard just had so many men in the way of numbers. Blue Ranger actually didn't get as many kills as I was expecting, which is interesting. I think he would have done a little bit better if he had taken more of Mordor's elite units, and maybe considered taking things like the Olag High. Let's see what did the damage for me real quick. So Nimlothian Honor Guard. This unit of Fountain Guard probably MVP. Yeah. So Fountain Guard and Honor Guard, the MVPs. Veterans of Osgiliath did pretty well. Marksmen did pretty well. Guards of Osgiliath really didn't get many kills, although they were shot to pieces by the Greenway Garrison archers. So yeah, all the guard units that Gondor have MVPs, as well as the Vets of Osgiliath. It's kind of the story of the battle. But ended up being really close. Of course, after they healed up all their casualties and got the prisoners released. Even then, it's still within 20%. So, within 11%. So, yeah, I was disappointed I wasn't able to pull the rabbit out of the hat at the end, but I was really pleased with how well I did and how well everyone did, including our opponents. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Sorry if my commentary was kind of lackluster. I'm getting pretty tired because this is the third one in a row I've done today. So, yeah, I'll try to have this up soon. And thanks. We'll try to get some more replays in pretty soon here.